Hi, I'm Michelle Williams-Alden, and I just wanted to take a little bit of time and talk to my parents that are out there with Facebook Live. And I just wanted to encourage you because I know that we're just ending what would officially have been our spring break. And for most of us in Idaho, it was an extra week of spring break. And now we're looking at an indefinite, but for sure another 20 days or more of being at home with our kids. And I've talked to several parents, and some parents that have worked with me for a while, and some parents that are just kind of at loose ends and not really sure what to do or how to fix some things that are happening. So I've just been thinking about this a lot, and I know that there's been some anxiety, a lot of anxiety for a lot of us on the adult end of all of the things that are happening and all of the unknowns. And I just want to remind you that when our kids that already have had experiences in trauma or are already easily dysregulated and struggle in what seems to be normal life, they may be also experiencing a lot of anxiety, but for kids it doesn't always come out that same way. Sometimes when kids are having a lot of anxiety or just really unsure, or it seems like the adults don't know what's going to happen or what to do, that may come out in a lot of irritability, anger, short fuse, frustration, picking fights, or isolating, distancing themselves, even kind of just being shut down. It can kind of go either way depending on your kid and kind of their age. So just be aware when you're seeing some of those behaviors that's we have a lot of those same feelings. So in your family, if you can talk about that, if you can say, hey, this is, there's a lot of anxiety and there's a lot of things that are unsure, but here's some things that we do know for sure. And just stick with the facts and do what you're going to do in your family to keep your family safe. And I don't think that we need to try to convince anybody, even if our kids are saying they don't think it's this big of an idea or big of a deal, that we have to try to instill some kind of fear in them. I think there's enough fear around. We just need to be confident and sure, and that sometimes people need that more than the big fears of the unknown. So just stay really certain in what you're going to do as a family and how you're going to handle it. And that's some of the best advice that I can give you. I know for me, it seemed like it really helped my son and I just knowing that we weren't going to go back to school for a while. He's looking at graduating this year. And so, there was a lot of anxiety the first week or so before we knew, and just, but it seemed like this week he just kind of settled in. I said, this is your spring break. We'll have some things figured out. And then the other thing I've seen that is working, works with me, and it's something I tell parents all the time, and I've seen some parents that have just been doing it, and I'm so proud of them because it really has been working, is to just make a schedule. And even for those of you that are at home right now that, aren't, your whole schedule is changed and your whole routine is changed, and you can make a schedule too, and it doesn't have to be as structured as we do with Family First, where we have schedules that are going on every half hour. Some kids really freak out if you put too many constraints on it, especially some of the kids that I've worked with that have been in the program before. I heard that some of them were really freaked out about, oh no, we're on the program again. But having a schedule is a good idea in uncertain times. So just kind of knowing about what time you're going to get up and when you're going to do this or that, get some projects done, get some things done that you wanted to do. I have found, I used to be a homeschool mom, and I found that even though we were home a lot, that it was a really good idea to get everybody up in the morning and get dressed and do things kind of in a normal way and not just lounge around in definitely in more comfortable clothes, but not, I don't know, I'm just not sure if pajamas all day, every day is such a great idea, although I'm a huge fan of yoga pants, I must say. So you could always do that. maybe not, right? Anyway, I think developing some kind of a schedule. And then I just want to talk a little bit about schoolwork. really hit me hard at first because I'm going to actually still need to work full time as much as possible during this time in order, for our family to stay with our heads above the water. And on top of it, before this happened, I agreed to more time babysitting, and I've got a couple different business things going on, and I'm on a break from my schooling right now, but that's going to start up again. And then I got told that the kids aren't going back to school. And even though my son could technically be an independent learner, at school he has a team of people that help him to keep on track every day. And I'm well aware how much he resists against that. And so at first I was just like, oh no, I can't do this. And then I just started thinking about what we could do, and it became a lot more doable. And actually I'm pretty excited about it because this is the last few months that he has of school. And then I think he'll be, moving on to different things. And so I'm looking forward to this time to do some things that I didn't get a chance to do with him because he wasn't homeschooled when my other kids were homeschooled. And so even though we can't go out and do the field trips or do the things out and about that we used to do, there's a lot of fun things that I think we're going to do. So I would just caution you as parents that if you're not used to homeschooling or you're not looking at, really being able to homeschool your kids technically, that you don't have to spend 8 hours a day or even 6 hours a day doing school. We're at the end of the school year. There's a lot of things that you can get done at home in a shorter amount of time than they get done in school when the kids are running through paces with 30 or more kids. So, maybe just focus on one thing a day, and then add in some of those other things that maybe you wish were being taught. Like we're going to do a lot of life skills. We're going to do some problem solving skills. This is a big area for my son, and with executive functioning issues, just being able to work through problems, solve problems. We're going to work on responses and manners and just etiquette. I feel like I have the time to help him with some of those social cues that maybe sometimes get missed. And I have seen too, in a lot of the kids that I work with, they've actually calmed down a lot, just knowing they're not going to have this trigger that they also have to deal with of going back to school. Even though many of our kids do all right at school, I think that it's just really telling how, I don't know, just maybe there's a lot of pressure, or maybe a lot of just kind of holding it together, and a lot of things that kids are dealing with at school that they don't have to deal with at home. And so once they kind of know that you've got this, I think that you'll see them kind of settle down into it. Don't push too hard to maybe feel like you have to get a lot of stuff done, but just, keep it minimal. Do one subject a day, or we're going to do 3 assignments, and I'm not going to check and double check those assignments. I'm not his teacher, I'm his mom, and we're just trying to get through so that he can graduate. So and some of that is on him, and some of it is just the way it is. And so we're going to work on, like I said, some life skills and problem solving skills. We're going to make sure that in our day we have some downtime, that we have some reading time. We're going to watch some documentaries. We're going to hopefully do some things with music, be house cleaning to music for all I know. And we're going to really limit any screen time, which I think that's going to be the biggest battle actually, and play some games. And last night it was kind of fun because he didn't have his phone, and so we played a game together as a family. We haven't done that in a long time. Had a good time. I wanted to read this thing from Brian Post. It was a few years ago, but I thought it was really applicable for now. It says, why freak out about things that make life more entertaining? When we get stressed out over such things, we are chastising God for the wonderful theatrics that he brings into our lives to make it more enriching. By being present, I am able to be calm with those I love. And I think that's a lot of it, is let's not lose our sense of humor. I listened to this talk the other night, and one of the things that was said was, before this happened, and people, sorry, phone was just ringing, that a lot of Americans, like 70% of Americans, were unhappy with their jobs and their employment, and a lot of us wish that we had more time at home. And so I'm not trying to make light of a situation that is, distressing, but this is what we have. So why not find the entertainment value in it and enjoy the people that we're around and embrace what we have and just do the best that we can with what we have and see what comes from all of this. So the other thing that I read that I thought was really great, and this is a big part of what I feel like I do at Healthy Foundations, and this is from Bruce Perry, and he says, "You can teach the adults how to regulate themselves, how to have realistic expectations of the children, how to give them opportunities that are achievable and have success, and coach them through the process of helping children who are struggling." And that is my heart. That is what I really want to do. And so I just want to let you know, and please share this with other families, that I know that for some families this is going to create its own level of crisis. People being worried about jobs, money, resources, about being in the house with the kids and not having outside activities to diffuse some of the issues. So please reach out to us at Healthy Foundations. Reach out to me. We are still going to do Family First program for families that need it. It's considered healthcare. It's crisis. So please reach out if you need that help. Please reach out individually if you are struggling, if you're getting super anxious and depressed and overwhelmed with the situation. Like, don't wait. Just get help, please, because there are people that we are able as mental health providers to provide telehealth to you. I am willing to help in any way that I can. So during this time, that I would be more than happy to meet with you via video or phone to help you through any crises that you're having. And yeah, just don't just close yourself in, even though we're supposed to be closed in. Okay. So anyway, those are some of the ideas. I think as more things come up during the weeks, I'm hoping to connect with more of you on Facebook Live, and maybe through some videos and some trainings and things like that we have in the works. And again, just go to our website at www.healthyfoundations.co and kind of look at some of the stuff that we've been doing on there. It's completely revamped, actually, several times. And reach out to us on Facebook, our Healthy Foundations page or my personal page, and have the most entertaining time that you can during your quarantine, or whatever it's called, social distancing. Sorry, try to be appropriate. Talk to you later. Thank you.